I wonder if you can walk us through sort of maybe the core services and things you offer with your practice. I imagine there's some stuff with hormones, gut health, acupuncture,
Hmm.
supplements, lifestyle, all that kind of stuff. When someone walks in and they just are kind of like, I don't feel good, like what are the first things you would ask? How do you know which modality to turn to? What is your process like when someone comes in?
Yeah, so the way I work with my patients, I call it the hormone cornerstone method. It's really just a language and a framework because I just need a bit of a system. You need a bit of a system to work it out. So, over the years, and I've been practicing now for over 8 years, I've broken our health into six big categories. So, we look at your diet and your digestion. These are really simple. Your mood and your stress levels, your immune system, your metabolism and how well you detox, your sex hormones, and your sleep and your energy. And so we go through all six of those categories on your first visit. And the reason I created them is like my patients would always come in and they go, I have these few symptoms and I think they're connected. I feel like, my energy is connected to what I'm eating, which is connected to my sleep or whatever it is. And I was like, yeah, you're right. It is all connected. Our body works together. The other thing I like to say is like, I'm trying to redefine what we call hormonal health. So, hormonal health isn't just estrogen and progesterone. We have tons of hormones in the body. We have cortisol and insulin and thyroid. Obviously, we have testosterone. Vitamin D is technically a hormone as well. And men have hormones too. It's not just women. So hormonal health is actually for everybody. And all of those cornerstones have hormones in them. So we can make sure, and some things test really easily. Insulin, I haven't mentioned that. Yeah, insulin tests super easily. Melatonin doesn't. That's fine. And so when someone comes in with me, we sit down on that first visit, we go through your concerns in detail, we go through your cornerstones, and then we can actually say, like, what testing is important for you today. So, I mean, everyone's a bit different in their systems. My goal is like to run testing that either if we really need a baseline or if it's actually going to give us an answer to something. Otherwise, let's put your resources to other things. Like, you don't need to spend $200 on testing if actually that's better spent to some like acupuncture appointments or some supplements or whatever, or maybe like a gym membership or whatever that is. So, and then my style of practice, I like to create treatment plans that actually get done. So I always tell people like I'm so flexible. If I say something and you're like, I'm not going to do that, let's readjust it. So I have patients who say, I will only take supplements. I can't change my diet. I don't have that capacity right now, but like give me 100 supplements and I'll take them. I have people who say, I don't want to take more than two supplements. I only want to get it through other things. I do a lot of herbal medicine. So that can be in, supplement form. That can be in teas or tinctures, which I can custom blend for people, which is cool. I love acupuncture because it's not something you have to do every day. Like sometimes it's like, I can't add anything else to my like daily routine, but it's an opportunity to like calm your nervous system, which like probably is at the root of like most diseases and symptoms and all of that. It's just being too stressed all the time. So lie on the table, it can do the whole body. You'll sleep better, you'll be more calm, but also like maybe your shoulder won't hurt or you won't be
Yeah,
constipated.
there's so much to unpack there, but I want to zero in on the acupuncture for a minute
Yeah.
because I think it's really misunderstood. I certainly don't understand it fully.
Yeah.
So essentially, could you explain what acupuncture is, how it works, and who might benefit from it?
Yeah. So there's different like I'm going to say like styles of acupuncture based off like who you're getting it from. So acupuncture falls under the scope of naturopathic medicine. So we're trained in it in school. We get some training on like traditional Chinese medicine theory and what's going on there. But there are obviously acupuncturists and traditional Chinese medicine doctors as well. And then there's something we generally call medical acupuncture. So that's what like chiros or physios or RMTs would do. And that's more like pain specific. It's the same thing, it's the same needles, it's the same technique. But the way I practice acupuncture and the way I like to explain it to people is you actually, according to Chinese medicine, have an energy running through your body called qi. And qi follows specific roadways or paths. So it's like your bones and your muscles. We know where that qi is going. And qi can get stuck for a variety of reasons. Chinese medicine, we say everything is really influenced by what you eat and how you regulate your emotions. So do you have too much emotion, not enough emotion? And when your qi gets stuck, we get too much in one area, not enough in another, just like water running through a pipe. And so the needles go in and they just help that qi flow better. So if the energy in your body is flowing better, then we can, we can rebalance and we can heal. Western medicine likes to explain things as well. So acupuncture increases blood flow, decreases inflammation, helps nerve pain and pain signals. It puts your nervous system into fight or flight. We can see that, which is kind of cool. And it puts your brain waves to the state right before you fall asleep. So very calm and relaxing.
I'll give a disclaimer here in that I have seen a naturopathic doctor before
Yeah,
many
totally.
years ago. So I might have some internal bias here, but I
Mhm.
do think when people hear things like chi and energy flowing through your body, there's a group of people who are going to go, "Ooh, I don't like this. Sounds like made up
Yeah.
woo woo stuff." But I really like how you sort of like tied in the Western
Hmm.
explanation of it as well. I think that's actually really helpful because for those people, they can go, oh, well, there is actually some like proven Western proven
Yeah.
benefits to acupuncture. And so how do you know if someone would benefit from acupuncture, and what is the benefit of going into that? Is it an alpha state when right before you're sleeping?
Yeah, I
It's
always
like,
forget. I get them confused all the time. I
yeah,
look
it's
it
one of
up all
those
the
states.
time.
But like
Yeah,
what is
alpha or
the
beta. Yeah.
benefit? What is the benefit of being in that state? Is it just like a relaxation thing?
Hmm.
And how do you see, you mentioned you see the body going into fight or flight mode. How do you see that, and what does that
Yeah.
do?
So most people would benefit from acupuncture, to be honest, unless you are terrified of needles or like really unable to lie there relaxed, you will get some benefit from it. I also tell people like sometimes like especially those people who are hypercritical, like I don't believe it. I need the proof. What is going on? That sounds, I'm like, sometimes it's actually just like a practice of like stepping out of that a little bit. Like, just trust. Trust that like your naturopath or acupuncturist who told you it's a good idea, like it is a good idea. Um, but what's really interesting is like we spend so much time in sympathetic or fight or flight mode, like the average person. The alternate to that is parasympathetic or rest and digest. So when we're in fight or flight or sympathetic, our body's putting its resources towards surviving. So our gut doesn't operate well. We might hold on to weight. We might feel more anxious. Your body is just like trying to survive, even if you don't necessarily feel that. Some people don't, some people do. When we're in parasympathetic, our body is putting its resources to healing and recovery. So even if we look at it from like a lens of like maybe you're just really into fitness and exercise, like you need to heal and recover. If you're not sleeping, you're not going to heal and recover. So those two systems work like a light switch and they both can't be on at the same time. So if you're in fight or flight, you're automatically not in rest and digest. So acupuncture can be a really like tangible way for people to flick into that other state that just can't do that normally. It's similar to like, meditating or deep breathing. Some people like cold baths or saunas, whatever is kind of your thing, but it's just an opportunity for your body to like step out of it. Um, the other analogy I use a lot is I compare it to like working a desk job and exercising because I think people understand this example really well. Like if you work at a desk and you sit all day, like doing 1 hour workout a week is not going to make that big of a difference. Still do it. But actually, what's better for you is like 2 or 3 10-minute breaks throughout the day. So, like, go for a 10-minute walk around the block at lunch, like, go for a walk after dinner. That's going to have a bigger impact than like sitting 10 hours and then like moving your body 1 hour.
Oh,
Um,
interesting. That's
Same thing with being in fight or flight. Like it's better to have these opportunities where you flick out of it, even if it's only for an hour, whatever, than just being in it continuously.